So that was my first deal. It took me almost six months actually.
And I want to go back to talk about your first deal. It sounds like you started in single family, but maybe I think the gap that people are trying to close sometimes is, how do I go from single family to multifamily apartments? So how do you can you talk a little bit about that first deal and what that looked like for you?
I would love to. Actually, from the single family, I went to like buying 4 homes in one lot, by the way, in Bakersfield, California. Wow. And my thinking was I can move these homes somewhere else later and build an apartment complex there. That was something.
Land play.
It's something. Then duplex was my another choice. I bought duplex also. We also bought a 4plex in Atlanta, Georgia. Nice. So we had homes all over the place. But then the first deal, I got it when I learned syndication, was 14 units building. Wow. 14 units only for $180,000. Pretty cheap.
Wow.
Pretty cheap in Texas. And so that was my first deal. It took me almost six months actually. It took me back then to buy that. But then I was also working on 109 or 108 units building also.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, that's right. Simultaneously, it was like Monday I closed on 14, and on Friday I closed on 108 units or 9 units.
Okay, so that's interesting, because I think a lot of people might, oh man, like they're trying to make that jump, that step. So was the process the same for the 14 unit and the 108 unit? And I know you talk about it in your book, and I advise again everybody to go through it, because you go very detailed of what's required. But for those of us listening right now, the experimenters, what was that process the same from getting a 14 unit to a 108 unit?
It was, Ruben. The thing is, you always, when you want to buy 14 units or 10 units, you want to see where the incomes are, right? The rental income, what kind of residents are there, what's the physical nature of the building, and also the inside. How is the inside, each unit? How old is the boiler? How old is the roof? Yeah. How is the parking lot? So it was very similar for looking into 14 units for me and my team. But then 108 or 9 units, it was a little bit more work, because there were more units to inspect, more different things. And, we do also phase 1 study. It's called environmental study and all. But I would say the 14 units, we didn't have to syndicate, because it was so small amount. We only needed 25,000 and, or 25 twice. So 50,000 only to pay down. So we didn't really need that much syndication. But the 109 unit one, we did syndicate, and we syndicated to raise over $1 million at that time.
It's getting serious on this track.